Hello, wonderful people out there. This is Ukonu. Welcome you back to another series of BrainBox. And today's series, we will consider a topic titled Structure Creates Freedom. Now, what do we understand by that word structure creates freedom? Let's challenge a belief that sounds right but is completely very wrong. And what is that belief? That freedom means doing whatever you want, whenever what you want. That sounds good. It feels good, but that doesn't work. It actually doesn't work because without structure, freedom becomes what? A chaos. Once there is no structure, once there is no direction, no consistency, no real progress. And that's why we must understand that real freedom isn't the absence of structure. It is the result of structure. That is where real freedom comes. Look at LeBron James. His life is highly structured. Training schedules, recovery routines, strict discipline. That structure is exactly what gives him the freedom to perform at the elite level year in, year out. Or consider Elon Musk. His days are broken into tightly controlled blocks of time, meetings, decision, execution. That level of structure allows him to manage multiple companies and still move on forward, move them forward. And that's one thing we must note, that structure is not a cage. It is a system. What system do you have in place? And system is what creates the result. What result you want? Because without structure, you rely on mood. And mood is very, very inconsistent. Today you are up, tomorrow you are down. Some days you feel like working, and that's the mood. And some days you don't feel like working, that's also a mood. If your life depends on how you feel, your result will always be unstable. And that's why it's as if you have unstable result, because structure removes that uncertainty. That's what structure will do for you. And you don't ask, do I feel like it? You always must follow the system. Wake up time, work time, the learning time, rest time. Everything has its own time. That is a structure that will move you ahead. Simple, clear, but is a repeatable pattern. And here is the surprising part. And what is that? The more structured your life is, the more free your mind becomes. And that's the basic truth, because you eliminate decision fatigue. When you do that, you are not constantly thinking, what should I do now? Should I start later? Or maybe I'll skip today. You don't do all that. Now that mental clutter disappears immediately, because you already decided. You know exactly what you want to do, and that is freedom. That exactly is what freedom is all about. Freedom from overthinking, freedom from inconsistency, freedom from regrets. Because most people avoid structure because it feels restrictive. That's why a lot of people do that. Well, what's restrictive? And what exactly is restrictive is waking up late and rushing your day, missing deadlines, feeling unprepared, and living reactively instead of intentionally. Must live intentionally. That's not freedom. That's disorder. And that's why it's as if anxiety creeps in, because structure will protect your goal from your distractions. That is exactly what structure will do for you. It will create boundaries. It will enable you to set boundaries, and boundaries is what creates focus. That will enable you to focus on the things that you want to achieve. When you know when to work, you work better. When you know when to rest, you rest without any single form of guilt in you. That's balance, and that is what real freedom it's all about. Now let's make it quite practicable. And what is that? You don't need a perfect system. Actually, you don't. What exactly do you need? You need a simple one you can follow. Very simple routine. All you need to do is to start small. You don't need to start big. Set a fixed time for you to wake up. Decide one key task for the day. Create a short, non-negotiable routine at every point in time that will enable you keep yourself in check. Not complicated, just what a very simple, consistent what effort. Because structure is only powerful when it's a repeatable what pattern. And here's what the deeper truth. And what is that? Structure is what builds discipline, and discipline is what builds result, and result creates option. It is then that option that will create what? Freedom. So when people say they want freedom, what they actually need is what? It's structure. That's what they need, because without it, you drift. With it, you direct what? Your life. And you don't need what? More time. You need more order. That is exactly what you need. You don't need more time. You don't need more motivation. You need more system. That is what works, and that's what will help you be in check. Because at the end of the day, structure is not what limits you. Not at all. Structure doesn't limit you. It is what unlocks you. It gives you control over your time, your energy, and your direction. That's exactly what structure does for you. And when you control these three things, you don't just feel free. What do? You become what? Free. And that is exactly what you want, what you need. Therefore, it's possible what for you to live that life of freedom. Just get your life all structured, and you see that freedom you seek, you actually find it. It's possible to attain any height in life. And if you are viewed to a time like this, please don't forget to leave your comments, leave a comment what in the comment section what's down below, and also to hit that subscribe button. We appreciate you. God bless you, and activate your BrainBox today. Thank you.